Yo! What up, everyone? It's your girl, Superwoman, and
Humble the Poet.
And welcome to Live. Now, it has been so long since I haven't asked Superwoman Live because the Wi-Fi in hotels has been horrendous. So please come or tweet me or do something to let me know you can hear us and see us, and it's all fine and it's all dandy because we need to know. So we won't say anything important until we get that confirmation. I know you guys are on a delay, so we'll give it a few seconds. I watch my screen, and then I also watch what you're watching, so I know right now you're watching an advertisement. I'm also not mad at that. Alrighty. Are you excited, Humble?
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. We're going to tell you guys so many interesting, cool things. All right, so this is what they're watching. Fine, and it's all dandy because we need to know. It's really choppy. So we won't say anything. But is it just choppy because of our internet? As in, like, watching it? Let us know.
They're saying it's laggy.
They're saying it's laggy?
It's slow.
You know, I asked the guy downstairs. Did I not ask him? I specifically asked him.
Apparently, this is as good as it's going to get in Kansas City, though. Let's
see. It's still, clarity's not good. Pixels, laggy, blurry. Can see you and hear you. Blurry, okay. See nothing, blurry, like. Okay, so the question is it laggy enough to cancel the live stream, or can you understand what we're saying and doing? That's the real question, because I haven't been able to do this. I fully asked the guy downstairs. I'm like, dude, I have to do a stream. Is the internet good? He's like, yeah, it's great. It's the fastest internet ever. In the hotel. So let us know.
Not that bad.
Yeah, I'm watching. It doesn't seem that bad to me.
It's just not like 1080p, but it's like whatever it is.
So let us know. Is it bad enough to cancel, or should we keep going?
If you guys aren't happy with it, then we're just going to shut it down.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for you to say keep going or stop it. And you can be honest. It's okay. I don't want to make you watch this.
Those are the two choices. Keep going.
So you're going to either type keep going or save it for next time. Those are the two things I'm looking to see right now. I'm looking for keep going or save it for next time.
Somebody said your pixel face is gorgeous.
Thank you. Don't cancel it. Don't cancel it. Keep going. Keep going. Just blur it. Keep going. I think I'm seeing a lot of keep going. Not bad enough to cancel. Keep going. Okay, so we're going to keep going. That's the consensus. We're keep going. I apologize for the quality. You don't understand how hard it's been to do this while on tour because this is the Wi-Fi situation. But, yeah, we're still going to have a great time. You know why? Because you don't need 1080p to share moments with people you love.
And who looks good in 1080p?
Who looks good in... I got mad pimples. I don't want you to see that in 1080p. Come on. Come on. We got so many exciting things to do. If you want to join the fun, what you got to do is jump onto Twitter, tweet myself, Superwoman, and at Humble the Poet using the hashtag Lilly Singh Tour. It is not Ask Superwoman Live this time. It is Lilly Singh Tour. You have to spell my name right. Lilly. Maybe I should close this?
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I'll close this. Using the hashtag Lilly Singh Tour, and we'll answer your questions. You can ask us anything you want about tour, about Humble's birthday, about Humble's book, about anything you want, and we will answer. And then, of course, like usual, I'm going to do some shout-outs. We'll do some shout-outs. And, you know, we're going to have fun for an hour and a half. Let's do it. So I'm on Twitter. I'm looking for the hashtag Lilly Singh Tour. Humble, explain to them where we just came from, and I'm going to be back in a second.
Okay, so we just had an extremely amazing performance in Boston. Before Boston, we had Washington. Before Washington, we had Hartford. Before we had Hartford, we had Montreal. Before we had Montreal, we spent a week in LA. But we have been touring around the globe and now around North America doing the AT2UI show, starring this guy over here.
And this guy over here.
But she has been officially jamming on stage for 48 hours. For two whole days. So
take that in, because we just did our 24th show, and each show is 2 hours. We have performed for a total of 48 hours, 2 days on stage.
That is above and beyond bananas.
Yes, it's bananas 2.0. But what we just did right now is we literally just got off a flight got into this room and are doing this live stream. So we haven't slept all night. Well, I didn't sleep all night. He got a few hours of sleep. And our flight was supposed to arrive 3 hours earlier, and we were supposed to nap and then do this. And then our flight was delayed 3 hours. So we just got off a plane. We're so tired, but we got all these snacks to keep us going. So I suggest you grab some snacks, grab a drink, because for the next hour and a half, it's not like, oh, Superwoman, YouTuber, she's so cool. No, we're friends. We're connecting on a human level here.
Let's pretend this is a Skype call.
This is a Skype call. We're friends. We're going to hang out. We're going to chill. I'm going to tell you my deepest, darkest secrets. You can ask me whatever you want, and we'll just hang the F out. That's it. That's what's up. Yeah, so use the hashtag Lilly Singh Tour. Let's start answering some questions.
First question,
yeah.
Lilly Singh Tour.
Okay.
What do you drive?
I drive a Honda Accord with a busted up side mirror. So, my parents think that happened because I hit it with, you know those sticks you dance with? Indian people dance with these sticks. They're called kunde, they're Bangla sticks. I'm like, oh yeah, I hit it with one of them. Really, I hit a tree. So
you hit a tree?
My side mirrors totally mashed up, but I drive a Honda Accord as of right now. It's silver.
And you have to lock the doors by hand.
Yes, it is so effing crusty. Like the driver's side door doesn't automatically open and close. I have to open it and like close it manually.
But it has the one feature that Lilly definitely needs in any car.
What?
Heated seats.
Heated seats, yes. But I'm very like, I was like, why just buy a new car? I'm like,
oh, and auto start. Put the auto start.
I do have an auto starter. Anything that prevents me from being cold, I have that in my car. Next question. Good. You ask questions for me, I'll ask questions for you, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So you can also tweet me questions for Humble. And you can tweet us both questions for each other.
I have a car. There. I don't know where to go.
You have a car?
No.
Okay, Humble. Mapoti asks, what has been your favorite moment on tour?
My favorite moment on tour?
You gotta try to lean this way a little bit too. Yeah. But
my favorite moment on tour.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah. Yesterday. So hard to remember when yesterday starts and when today
began. In the jacuzzi?
Oh, one of my favorite moments yesterday, we were in the jacuzzi, which wasn't even warm, but it was me, Sandy, Kiki, Oshani. So obviously me being in the jacuzzi with four lovely ladies is wonderful. And we were all sitting around Lilly as she told us an in-depth, in detail story about her latest encounter with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And to be honest,
what up, T-shirt reference?
To be honest, I just wanted to see some pictures, and I thought it was gonna be a really corny, groupie Oompa Loompa story about her just feeling up his arms. But it was the most inspiring story I ever heard, and it just reminded me that I'm witnessing somebody not only have the dreams come true, just have real life completely outdo everything they ever dreamed about. And it just made me want to jump out of the jacuzzi and get to work, which I didn't. I stayed in the jacuzzi.
But he gave me like 10 high fives.
I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for her.
Aw, thank you.
Realize her dreams. And that's the thing. She's not realizing her dreams. I guarantee you, the day before, you said, what would be the perfect date with The Rock? Whatever she would have said, whatever actually happened was better.
It's true. It was better.
Reality, when you work your butt off, is better than even the things you dream about.
You see? Someone asked me what makes Humble the Poet different from others. Vikram asked. I have the perfect answer for this. So I was telling Humble yesterday why Humble and I get along so well and why he's one of my closest, bestest friends is because he is not afraid to be real. Like, he is not afraid. Let me give you an example instead. I'm in a room for the Boston show, and I'm totally stressed before my Boston show. They're shooting the documentary. Dwayne's daughter was there. My parents were there. I was stressed, and I told everyone, I am going to be, this is a two-part story. I told everyone, I looked at his face. I told everyone, I'm like, listen, I'm going to be super on edge for tomorrow's show in Boston. If I'm a little bit like of a jerk and a little bit of, stricter and more stern than I usually am, please forgive me. This is not Lilly. This is Lilly in a circumstance, and I'm forewarning you that I will be stressed and have major anxiety tomorrow. This one, it was officially past 12 and it was his birthday, okay? Did he go out? No. Did he want to celebrate his birthday? Not really. He basically messaged me and was like, anything you need from me to make tomorrow easier for you, let me know. Do not worry about doing anything for my birthday. That is not the priority. Priority is the Boston show. That is the type of guy Humble is. He was the only person to alleviate my anxiety and stress. And then,
which, to be fair, Lilly clearly told me that's why I'm on the tour.
Yes.
She didn't say, oh, I need you here so you can do an awesome performance. She said 90% of the reason is to keep things calm.
Yes. He's great at that. He's great at like relieving my stress and anxiety.
However, when I'm on stage, I do the exact opposite. I hype everything up.
Yes, exactly. He's good. He's amazing. But anyways, the real part of the story, this is a long story, I'm sorry. During the show, I was totally like, usually I'm very unicorny, very happy, but I was super stressed. I was super rigid and everyone was just listening to me. Now, when you're the main talent on a tour, it's a pro and con, but everyone listens to you. Everyone treats you a certain way. Everyone does what you say. And that's what everyone was doing. Sarah, my manager, she was just listening to me. Jazz, my assistant, just listening. Okay, this is what they want, just get it done. He was the only person that had the guts to come up to me and say, privately, he's like, hey, I just want to remind you, I know you're stressed, but keep in mind that everyone is feeding off your energy. And that's all he said. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, no one else had the guts to tell me that. The second he said that, I walked out of the room, totally changed. I was like joking around again, I don't know if you noticed, but I totally 180'd and everything went great from that point on. And he was the only person that kept it real, like a true friend would.
And she wasn't doing it on purpose.
That's the thing, because I didn't realize. It's a good friend is one who tells you things that you don't even realize that can better you, bring something to the table that's like, hey, I am going to contribute to you being a better person. That is what makes Humble different.
Because I want this to be a successful tour. And it is a successful tour, but it needs to be more successful. I don't even know how to make it more successful because it's so successful, but it needs to somehow. I need to put launchers on the roof.
Let this be a lesson. Friendship is not doing what you think. Friendship is not doing what they do in the movies. It's not Tumblr quotes. It's not cliches. It's not freaking Instagram pictures. It's not sweet captions. Friendship is the ability to say, hey, I understand you're in a situation and I know how to address this situation, whether it's me slapping you, whether it's being real with you, not saying what you want to hear, but what you have to hear. That is friendship.
And there is kind of a Tumblr quote that I heard is really good. Real friends talk ish to your face and say nice things behind your back. So everybody that keeps hashtagging friendship goals, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a goal. Just be around people you like.
Yep.
That's all you have to do. Don't be around people you don't like. It's okay not to like people. Just don't be around them. Hopefully they have other people that like them. You worry about the people you like.
All right, now that we've taken 74 hours to answer this question, before I answer the next one, let me tell you that, I don't know if you know this, but Humble and I have both seriously stepped up our Snapchat game. I ain't even talking crap. My Snapchat game on point. So it says, mine is Superwoman and yours is?
Humble P.
Humble P.
If we find out who took Humble the Poet, I'm coming after you. Or maybe somebody didn't take it. I don't know how to log in. But Humble P is mine because I don't know. Maybe I made it incorrect the first time.
Yesterday, I asked for his Instagram password. I had to try it like 20 times. He doesn't even know his Instagram password.
I don't. If I lose my phone, that's it. Instagram's done. I retired.
But yeah,
things, yeah.
Follow us on Snapchat. Let's Snapchat right now, actually. Follow us on Snapchat because we snap some epic things, if I may say so myself. Okay, here we go. And you got a lot of like behind the scenes things that I don't post anywhere else, like the drama and all the things going backstage. Yo, what's up? Humble the Poet and I are doing a live stream right now. Look, that's you right there. Join us, youtube.com/Superwoman. We see it for an hour and a half. Go, go, go. That's right. Maybe we'll open some of your snaps in a little bit too. That's creepy suspicion, right?
I open everyone's snaps.
I respond. Actually, to be honest, I respond to a lot of snaps. So follow me on Snapchat and if you want to see my face. Okay, cool. Next. Oh no, I clicked the wrong thing. Let's get some more questions. Okay, do one.
Questions? Okay. What is your ideal fan interaction?
Ooh, that's a good question. Who asked it?
Team Super Mumbai.
Okay, Team Super Mumbai.
Yeah, Team Super Mumbai.
Hi, love. How are you?
Can we, before you answer, hashtag TS Secret Project?
Yeah, they're doing some secret project. I saw some posts about this.
Not very secret if you make it a hashtag.
No, because they're doing something at a specific time. They have a whole list of time zones that are like, we're doing something at this time. I'm going to have to stalk them and see what it is.
If I can't eat it, I don't want to be a part of it.
This is why it's not Team Humble Secret Project, okay? My ideal fan interaction, I would love for someone to come up to me, introduce themselves to me, shake my hand, and then I will probably hug them after, and tell me how they discovered my videos, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm like super busy, of course, I don't want like a 30-minute interaction, but just, hey, Lily, pleasure to meet you. This is my name. I'd love to know your name. I just want to let you know I discovered your videos through this, and this. This is my favorite video, and one other thought about how I've impacted your life. And then if you want to take a picture, I have no problems. My unideal interaction is people who just want a picture, don't want to talk to me, or people who, we get a lot of this. Wait, you're that girl from, wait, what was your name again? That girl from the internet? What was it? Wonder Woman?
You're you.
Oh my God, and then they don't even know my name. And they're like, oh my God, I'm such a big fan, such a big fan. So like, what are you doing in India? I'm like, I have a show, I'm on a tour. You on a tour? Oh my God, that's so, like they're actually not a fan, but they just really want a picture, so they're making it seem like they're a fan. I don't like that. I don't like feeling like I'm some sort of commodity.
Straight up.
Yeah.
People, not projects. Products.
Okay. Let's see. What's the funniest gift we've received on tour so far? Asked Lucy. I don't know about gifts, but I can tell you the funniest sign. You already know what it's going to be. So if you follow the AT2UI official Instagram account, which you should because they post some dope things.
They're really good.
Yeah, they post really good things that look better than my account. There was someone who made a sign. It said, I love Lily more than Humble loves dilly-dallying.
My family messaged me first to ask what dilly-dallying meant, and then asked me why I like dilly-dallying so much.
That's the AT2UI official Instagram. Go follow it. They post dope things, and I'm thoroughly impressed. All right, next questions. By the way, just to let you know, one of the shoutouts I gave away today is gonna happen on my official Unicorn Island app. If you don't have my app yet, it is free for iPhone and Android. Click in the description. The links are right there. Just search the App Store for Unicorn Island. Download my app because that's how I'm going to be giving away some of the shoutouts.
Okay,
Cool?
Alexis Wagner asks, what's the most stressful part of touring?
What's the most stressful part of touring? I will say the most stressful part of touring for me, and I've said this over and over again, but I'm going to say it again. It's the realization that no one can understand what it feels like to be in my position. And I don't mean that in a way where I'm trying to be selfish. Like, I don't know what it feels like to be just one of the dancers. I don't know how it feels like to be Humble on the tour. I don't know what it feels like to be Jazz. But
we don't know what it feels like to be the guy fixing all the sound.
Yeah, we don't know that. But when the whole show is based around you and your concept, I do feel it's fair to say that there's a little bit more pressure associated with being me on this tour. And one of the hardest things for me has been surrounded by all these fun, wonderful people, but not being able to share a lot of the priorities they have. Like when everyone goes out, oftentimes I can't go out with them, and it sucks. It sucks to be like, okay, I'm gonna be in my room working because I know I need to do this. They're gonna go out and have fun. I'm hearing them have fun, but I can't do that right now.
And you have to realize too, like if Lily goes on stage and let's say, for example, the microphone stops working, the average person in the audience isn't gonna be like, oh, the sound people messed up. They're gonna be like, oh, Lily's show wasn't as good as it could have been.
Yes, exactly.
So even though there's so many other moving parts, all the responsibility, or even all the praise, when it's a great show, Lily get most of the credit too. There's a lot of pressure and responsibility that goes on top of that. So when there is free time and everyone else wants to go watch a movie, everybody else wants to go to a party, stuff like that, that's all the time where you have to get things done. Get the next city set up, make sure, you know, there's a mistake on the t-shirt, got to get that fixed. And I know it's a whole bunch of work that people don't see happening behind the scenes, so that can cause a lot of stress.
Yeah, also it's kind of like I'm constantly trying to find the balance between like I want to be a liked good friend and person, but then sometimes it's like, no, I need to like lay down the law and let people know this cannot happen. So I'm like constantly juggling this weird thing where it's like, how do I be nice and likable, but how do I be a mother and boss at the same time? We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. How many people are watching? Can you go to our YouTube thing?
Okay.
All right. There's 2,900 of you watching right now. Thank you so much. What you need to do right now is stop. You see that URL right there? copy paste it, tweet, Facebook, let people know we're doing Ask Superwoman Live. Get more people here. Let's create a bigger family. I'll retweet somebody that do it. Use the hashtag Ask Superwoman Live, but use the hashtag Lilly Singh Tour. Actually, F Ask Superwoman Live. Just use the hashtag Lilly Singh Tour. Ask me questions. Get people here. Let's make this a party. A party.
Do it up.
All right, let's get a question.
Here's a good one.
Yeah.
Team Super Forever, so Forever asks, one thing that you don't get enough while touring, and one thing that you get plenty of.
One thing we don't get enough while touring is sleep. One thing I get plenty of is Skittles. I think I've gotten like 500 packs of Skittles on tour so far, which of course I love, but please understand that I can't eat that many Skittles.
It's a lot of Skittles. And you can't even carry the Skittles?
Yeah, because there's some people want like huge things of Skittles. Like, understand. And we'll talk about this for a second. I love that some of you want to give me gifts, but I don't like when some people come and they say, I'm so sorry I didn't get you anything. You do not have to get me anything. You bought a ticket to my show. That means more than anything you could ever buy.
You are giving her the gift of your time.
That is.
And your attention.
Exactly.
And that means a lot. And also, realize if you see the schedule and it's like, one day Montreal, one day Hartford, one day Washington, one day Boston, realize when she has a box of all this stuff, we can't take it with us and we don't throw it away. She has to pack it in a box and ship it home. So we literally get a quick look at everything, sort it all out. Well, I get a quicker look because while she's on stage, I'm looking through the stuff to see what I like. So I think a really good idea, what you guys can do as well, is if you guys come to the show, which is wonderful. If you guys want to do something above and beyond as well, I say you get one of her t-shirts. You get one of her t-shirts.
And I'm legitimately not saying this because I'm like, oh, I want to make money off the shirts. If you know anything about me, and he can vouch for this, I'm the least money-minded person ever.
Yeah, it's not about the money. It's more so that, number one, it'll make her very happy that you got the shirt. Number two, you take the shirt home, and if you meet her as well, she'll probably sign it for you, right? And that way, logistically, we're not shipping boxes home, because she's never home, and God knows when she can get a chance to see.
And God knows if it'll ever get to my house. Yeah, I'm shipping from places that are like
this
really
stuff
far.
Being shipped from India because all the gifts come in. So in that idea, think about it that way. And number two, all the you guys saw in the vlog, so you guys should be all watching the vlogs. All the stuff that you did was with DC to get permission to use the name Superwoman.
Yeah.
Having a Superman hat, a Superman shirt, she can't wear these.
I know I said this in a vlog, and I'm sure it's just a case of like people not watching, but please do spread the word. I feel horrible. You guys bought me so many things with that. Let me just give you a quick up to speed if you don't know yet. I have signed a deal with DC that allows me to legally say whatever wants to girl, Superwoman, do all that stuff, but that doesn't mean I'm allowed to walk around wearing the Superman logo. Like, I do not have permission to do that. And when I made my channel 5 years ago, I clearly didn't think it would get this big, or I never would call myself Superwoman. And when I realized that this whole legal thing, like I actually went to DC. They didn't come to me. I was like, hey, I just want to let you know I've been using this, because I was like, this is the right thing to do. So I went to them first, and everyone and their mothers told me, just change your name. Stop using Superwoman. But I was so adamant to be like, no. Why? Because my whole show is about how everyone can be their own superhero. It's embedded into all the values of me. Like, it's what I believe. I fought for like a year in a legal battle to use Superwoman, but I cannot use the Superman logo. That's why I have my own logo, this one right here. So please know that when you come to my meet and greets wearing the Superman shirt and all stuff, I can't really put it in vlogs. It cannot be in my documentary. I can't wear any of the hats or shirts. I have to donate all of them.
But rest assured as well, nothing can be thrown away.
Nothing's getting thrown away.
The dancers take a lot of it.
Yeah. So truthfully, if I tell you, if I get a billion gifts, this is what I do. That's exactly what I do. There's no hiding things. If it's food that has gone bad, usually we try a bit. Sometimes, admittedly, we have to throw it away. If you buy me something that is time sensitive and we see it hours later, of course we can't get sick on tour.
I got a lot of birthday cakes.
Yeah.
And after eating a couple, I could have a bite of each, but I can't take all these birthday cakes with me.
Yeah. So we get a lot of candy. We eat what we can, and then when the fans are waiting outside, we give it back to the fans. There's no point of throwing away food, so that's what we do. We have a keep pile, a donate pile, and a give back to fans pile. So we donate a lot of stuff, the Superman stuff, all that stuff. I keep a lot of stuff, then we give a lot of candy back. So just know that's how it works, and know that I can't. Some people get me these huge things, like there's no possible way I can.
And by give back, doesn't mean give it back to the person who gave it to them.
No.
When we leave every venue, there's a bunch of people waiting for us to take more pictures, whatever.
Yeah.
And we share the candy with them. So that's, and then a lot of people who work at the place, they also love Skittles.
Mm-hmm.
And
like I give it to security guards.
yeah,
and to people
seeing a bucket full of Skittles excites them.
Mm-hmm.
We can't carry that stuff anymore.
Yeah. There's 3,500 of you listening to us. Thank you so much. You were saying something?
I got a question, and
sure.
I'm going to answer it with a question.
Cool.
So Carolyn, and her tag is NIAELL, asks, what do you do to occupy yourself, like when you have spare time? My answer to the question,
how do you know? What
is spare time?
We don't really have spare time, to be honest. We're pretty go.
Well, she said on the plane, etc.
On the plane? Yeah. Sleep.
Or work, depending on what kind of flight it is. Because if it's in the middle of the day, I don't want to sleep because I'm not gonna fall asleep. If it's like if the flight's if we're gonna land at 11 p.m., there's no point in sleeping. You might as well stay awake, and hopefully there's a plug in the plane and we work.
I usually sleep on planes. I can't work on planes. I'm not good at that. So I usually sleep on planes, me personally.
One of the best songs I ever wrote in my life, I wrote entirely on a plane.
Which song was it?
It's called Goodbye.
Goodbye?
Yes.
Did you write any of Unlearn on a plane?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Humble the Poet has a book called Unlearn, and it is wonderful. You know what? I'm going to have an honest friendship moment. I have not read this entire book, and I feel horrible about every day. So I have vowed, before the next Ask Superwoman Live next month, I would have read this entire book and be able to reference it.
You guys have to hold it to that.
I will read this entire book before the next. I'm gonna say before the next Ask Superwoman. I'm gonna read this entire book before the next Ask Superwoman Live. Hold me to it.
And listen, here's the big thing. It looks thick, but every single chapter is only 2 pages. Look.
Short reads. I appreciate that.
Look, here's chapter 59, and there's chapter 60. Nice, short, sweet, and you don't have to read in order. You can read it any order.
There you go. Boom shakalak. Where can they get Unlearn if they want to get
They can get Unlearn from my website, unlearn101.com, or Amazon, or Barnes & Noble, or anywhere else that sells books online. So, like Flipkart in India, whatever people buy books from in New Zealand, Australia. I think that's Amazon as well. Anywhere online that sells books, because bookstores are shutting down.
And what if you don't want to read and you want to listen?
You can also go to unlearn101.com, and there's an audio book that I read. And you can
so with Humble's voice, oh my god, I think I need to download that just for kids.
Yeah, you just put on headphones, go for a walk. Listen. I love audiobooks. I listen to more audiobooks than reading, because reading requires attention.
Amazing. There's 3,800 of you here. Thank you so much. Our family is growing. Let's keep asking questions. In about 1 minute, I'm going to tell you how you can win the first shout out that both of you will give, both of us will give, sorry. We'll write your name on a paper, hold it here. So that'll happen in 1 minute. Until then, let's answer another question.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question from YouTube, because there are people saying that they don't have Twitter accounts.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, not that one. What is the worst and best thing about being a YouTuber?
Ooh, YouTuber. I don't often classify myself as a YouTuber. The best thing about being a YouTuber is I like being a YouTuber because I feel like YouTube is a great community building space that is safe. I like that. I like that I can post a video, say comment below, say this below, and we can have a conversation in the comments. Then you can talk to other people in the comments. And we've created this little, I don't think I could have created the same Team Super family on Facebook or on Instagram or on Twitter. It's something about YouTube that is great at community building. That's the best part about being a YouTuber, that I've created this family of people from around the world. One of the worst things about being a YouTuber is
people don't take YouTube serious.
That's a really good one. I think it's changing slowly, but people don't take YouTube serious. If I say I'm a YouTuber, they're like, oh, okay, so like what do you do? Like you failed at everything else? So YouTube is not a backup because I failed everything else. YouTube was a discovery that it can be better than everything else.
And you guys realize that Lilly's channel is easily one of the top 100 popular channels on the planet? Of everybody on this entire planet that uses YouTube, only less than 100 of them are more popular than Lilly. That is ridiculous. You got to think about that.
Thanks.
That is so ridiculous. And I also believe the fact that people don't take YouTube serious, I also think that's a good thing. If people took it very serious, then she'd be getting a lot more fame headache as well.
Yeah.
The stuff
so it kind of works to my advantage sometimes that people don't take it seriously because I'm like, okay, that's fine. Now I can destroy you without you knowing. Okay, let me tell you how you can win the first shout out. This is what you got to do. You got to jump onto Facebook, my Facebook fan page, facebook.com/Superwoman. If you're lazy, you don't want to type it, the link is also in the description. Or, actually, no, yeah, that's what you got to do. Go to facebook.com/Superwoman. I'm going to head there right now as well. And what you gonna do, head on over, is I just posted a video yesterday, which is actually, I think, one of my best videos in a long time. It was called Types of Girls in Relationships.
Inspired by true.
I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna sound really bad, but a lot of people in relationships annoy me. And I think it's because I'm in a relationship with Superwoman, and so I can't relate. And I'll never hate on them, but it is inspired by true events. I feel like people's priorities in relationships are something I cannot relate to at all. So I'm posting saying, click share on my new video to win a live shout out. And go. All you have to do is click share on my latest video. Say something cool about it, say something nice about it. And I will pick someone who shared it and give them a shout out. And if you didn't win, don't delete the post. It hurts my feelings. You're preventing someone from laughing. What if someone watching they laugh? What if that happened? I'm going to let that simmer for a few minutes and I'm going to go back on Twitter and answer your questions.
Here's a good question that I actually don't know the answer to.
Okay.
Samina Ladik from LADAK, her last name, on YouTube asked, why do you love unicorns so much?
Ooh, that's great. I actually mentioned unicorns in one of my videos once. And growing up, never had a thing for unicorns. It solely was created through YouTube, my YouTube videos. And then I mentioned Unicorn Island once, and everyone was like, Unicorn Island, and it stuck. And then I noticed that the more and more I talked about unicorns, the more and more people would question why I talk about unicorns, because they're mythical creatures. And that just made me like unicorns that much more. I was like, this is a metaphor for life. I keep saying I'm a unicorn, and everyone keeps saying, but unicorns aren't real. So what does that mean? And that, for me, is a metaphor of, hey, you don't have to question everything in life and figure out what it means. You just have to be. I believe the purpose of life is to live. It's not to figure out if unicorns are real or not. It's simply to be a unicorn. That's what it is. Also, unicorns are magical, fluffy, happy creatures that poop Skittles.
Imagine a unicorn having diarrhea.
Oh my God.
Is that what the Skittles factory might look like?
Maybe.
They just feed them a lot of caffeine and diuretics.
That would be awesome.
And hot sauce.
That'd be awesome. Awkward Girl asked, are you ever coming to Trinidad? Next question.
I can say for a fact, though me and Lily both live on the exact opposite ends of the city of Toronto, we are both heavily influenced by the West Indies. And if there's any excuse to go to Trinidad, believe me, we'll be there.
Humble and I are going to answer this at the same time. What is your favorite TV show of all time? On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Simpsons. Wow!
You don't even watch the new Simpsons, though.
You like Game of Thrones better than Simpsons?
I haven't watched Simpsons in
But of
years.
all time, I'd say Simpsons.
I love Simpsons.
Game of Thrones is the current.
They don't.
The current
yeah,
babe.
And Game of Thrones, Simpsons is one of those ongoing shows that will go on forever.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, I know it's gonna end.
Okay, we're gonna let the Facebook thing go for a little bit longer. There's 3,800 of you here. Thank you so much. Okay. Feel free to ask me questions about Humble that you think I should know also, and I'll see if I know them. Because I think I know Humble better than he knows me. You don't think so?
You don't see this face I'm making in the blur?
I know you better than you know me.
I don't know about that.
Okay, test us. Give us some questions. Give us some questions. Ask us questions about each other. If you could pick one of your videos for the entire world to watch, what would it be? Asks Ashley. You go and then I'll go. And I'll answer for your video too.
If I could pick, you know what? I'm very proud of how Let turned out. I'm gonna say Let, because honestly, it's fun, it's silly, but there's a message, and all of it works. Like it's the pill, it's the applesauce. Everything gets hit, and it definitely connected with people better than I ever imagined. I'm not saying it was more successful. It was as well, but it connected with people better. And I remember when we were reading like the BuzzFeed article, like, wow, these guys are selling this song better than we knew how to sell it. So I'm very proud of that. That would be the one that I want people to see. And I like the way I wrote it. I didn't overthink the way I wrote it.
Amazing. For me, I don't know. I'm tempted to say something really sentimental, like Draw My Life, but I also feel like that's only one side of me. I feel like my comedy videos, like Girls on Their Periods, is another, like really like me openly talking about like my pimples or, you know, my belly fat or like things like that. But I will say, and I'm not just saying this to plug it, I do feel like when my documentary comes out, that is something I will want the entire world to see.
Did they have they seen the trailer?
They haven't seen the trailer for the documentary.
So the team that's making this documentary, there's a whole bunch of guys, and then there's one dude on the team named A-Todd.
Mm-hmm.
So what he does is literally, while everyone's filming, he quietly just sits there and he types on this little mini laptop. So what he's doing is he's capturing the magical moments. Just like, oh, something magical, he types it out. So he edited this trailer, and literally everybody who sees it just starts crying. It's like this trailer, they mixed in a lot of onions or something into this trailer, and the onions just shoot through the screen and just hit you all over your field. It's awesome, and I hope you guys can see this trailer. Because once you guys do, I'm so excited to see this documentary.
I'm so excited to see the documentary. I feel like it's a side of me people have not seen before at all. It's very raw. It's very not caring what people think, not overthinking what I'm saying.
There's that, the side that you've never seen it, but what there also is literally, and hopefully they do it right, Lilly starts as one person, and this tour, you see the tour help her evolve into the person she needs to be moving forward. So you're actually going to see who Lilly was and who Lilly is and who Lilly's becoming. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's not just getting to know somebody that you admire. This is watching, literally like watching a flower blossom.
Lilly. If I had to answer the question in reverse, my favorite video of Humbles of all time is a video. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's about about relationships and priorities. What is it called?
The Superwoman, my soulmate?
No. You made another one about priorities.
The best relationship advice I've ever heard.
Yes. It's about how the number one issue in relationships, it's not about Instagram pictures. It's not about fighting over petty crap. It's not about text backs or anything. It goes down to having the same priorities. And ever since I've seen that video, time and time again in relationships, I'm like, you know what? This is so deeply rooted in the fact that you have a different priority than me.
Any relationship, not girlfriend, boyfriend, like your relationship with your family, the people you work with. If you're in school, you had to do a group project. People that you got stuck within that group, if you guys figure out each other's priorities, then you're gonna work better together.
And understand that there's no right priority and wrong priority. People have different priorities. That's all it is. And for you to be successful in one common goal, you have to have the same priorities. That's what it is. Okay, let's go back to Facebook to see what's popping on my Facebook page. 815 shares. Amazing. I'm gonna let that go for about 1 more minute, and then I'm going to pick a winner, and we're gonna give him a huge, huge shout out with this really cool. It looks like a pencil. Look at this. Look at this. It looks like a pencil. It's a pen.
Are you giving this away?
No. How am I giving it away?
Like, can I have it?
Noob. Can you have it? Okay. Okay. Who has the better hair?
Right now or in general?
In life. Obviously me.
I don't know about that.
What do you mean?
Maybe right now. We've been on tour. It's like hotel shampoo. But
rate each other from 1 to 10 in humor. Oh, that's a good question. 10 being extremely funny, and 1 being like, okay, never tell a joke. Let's rate each other. Say it on the count of 3. What I think you are, what you think I am. Hold on, let me think about this.
That's a tricky one.
Okay, I got mine. No, I'm just gonna say a number.
What's the number? 1 is what?
Okay, so what? 1 is you're not funny, never tell another joke. 10 is like, oh my god, you're the funniest person I've ever met.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
What I think you are, what you think I am. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 8.
9.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think I'm 9?
Oh, yeah. The thing about Lilly, and I feel bad for saying this, but like when I watch the show, like from the side stage, she makes me laugh so much, and that part of me laughing is I'm like, oh, I didn't know she was that funny. But even when I watch,
you don't suck.
When I watch the videos, I laugh a lot too. When I watch Superwoman videos, I laugh a lot. But I'm still a very firm believer that girls in general aren't that funny.
Wow! Wow! Kill him.
You want to know
How
why?
are we friends?
Because
Sexist
humor
mother ever.
is not sexist at all.
It's so sexist.
Humor is a tool that is used to impress the opposite sex. When you're this beautiful, you don't need to be funny. So
Shut the F up!
she don't have to work on her funny bone as much.
Humor is not about
in
opposite sex.
general,
Humor is just a trait.
But I mean, in general, I don't know. It's not. It's like, okay, who else on the tour like really funny? Like Mickey. Mickey's funny.
Even Oshani is funny.
Okay, no, Oshani's just does funny things. Mickey's funny. Like Mickey says a lot of funny things. So I don't know. It's just like this. Look, she does act. What you see in the videos is her. She's really that weird and banana, and that took a little while to get used to. and she has some witty one-liners. I think maybe that's what it is because
I think he's funny because he's one of the most. I think he might be the most witty person I know. He's extremely witty and says a lot of really funny things.
She's witty, but I see her wit more in her work. I feel like if I want to pick, it's me. If I'm picking on her in person and we're like having dinner or whatever,
he might win.
Yeah, I'm not afraid.
He might win.
But the girl I see, but when I see the show, when I see the jokes that were there, she's really
He's
good.
afraid. All right, let's go on Facebook and pick a winner. I'm gonna take this. Unicorns are so lame, said no one ever book, and I am going to on a shout out. Okay, Hamla, I'm gonna let you pick anyone from this list. If they said something sweet, bonus points. Picking winners is 4,000 of you here. Thank you so much. I'm having such a good time. We're still here for a while longer. So let's give a shout out. The first shout out is going to, I'm gonna try to, I only have a pen, so I'm gonna try to really like, all right, pick one.
Okay. This person said they're only sharing it because you're hilarious.
Share because of that. I think it should be this. I don't know actually.
Oh, I feel about just the people who just click share.
Yeah.
And because I feel like they're just.
I think this is a good one. Except that's not a name.
That's a group.
It's a group, huh?
Okay, let's keep going.
Okay, we're looking. We're really looking at what you have said. And
some of y'all just click share. How do you click share 3 times? I don't get that.
Yeah, some people share and they go all out.
Okay, some things.
I like that one.
Yep.
Okay.
We have a winner.
I'm gonna try really hard. Humble, just take it away and talk while I do this because I'm scratching.
Okay, I'm gonna answer a random question that I see and just pretend you asked it to me.
Okay.
Oh, what happened? Get that, and where the question I'm going to answer is. What was your first thought when Zayn left the band?
Oh, Zayn was actually my favorite in One Direction, so I was quite traumatized. That I'm not as big of a One Direction fan as some of you are, so I was still able to function in life. But yeah, you know what? To be honest, it made me sad, but I also respect it. I watched a lot of interviews, and he was quite honestly like, "This is how I felt," and I don't know. I'm not a big believer of not judging people if you have not walked their shoes. So I was upset, but did I like hate him or anything? God no.
See, I didn't know, like, I knew the name One Direction, and I knew a lot of their songs. I didn't realize that was One Direction songs I was listening to until I came on this tour. But the funny thing with me was, I work with a lot of people in music, and then one of the producers I work with, I remember we were just hanging out, and he just came back from England, and he said, I'm like, yo, how was England? He's like, yeah, it was awesome. I just worked with one of the guys who manages One Direction. I was like, oh, you're gonna make music with One Direction? He's like, no, they're breaking up. And I was like, what? And I was like, kids ain't gonna like that. And then that was like 2 months before that news came out. And I was like, oh, wow.
They're not breaking up. One of them left.
But I know, but that's what he says.
So all he manages to do is say hi and your name. We'll make kissy faces towards it. It's taking a lot of scratching. The person with the first shout out is Alana Clark, because she wasn't just like, oh, I love you and you told me to share so chicken. She said something about the video. She said, watch this video if you want to laugh and find out who you are in a relationship. I know a few people like this. That is why I make content, for people to relate to the video. I like that. And I'll talk about it. Let's pause with this first. And switch. There you go, Lana. Thank you so much. If you missed it, you can pause, rewind after the live stream's done. Take a picture. Thank you so much. On that note, I will tell you why I don't just like when people are like, I love you, Superwoman, I'm doing this because you're telling me to do this. I would never want anyone, and if you come to my show, you'll know this. I'd never want anyone to do something just because Superwoman said to do it. I don't want that. I want you all to be critical thinkers and do things because you want to do them. And a prime example of this is I'm not the biggest fan of YouTube conventions, simply because I feel like so many times, I'm a performer. I consider myself an entertainer. So many times, you're on the screen, so many times I am told just to go on stage and do something, people cheer because I'm Superwoman. I don't want people to cheer for me just because I'm Superwoman. I want people to cheer for me because I've made them laugh or made them feel some type of way. I never want people just to like me because I'm Superwoman. That is not enough of a reason to like me or support me. Just so that gets out there.
Here's a great question from
Yes.
Izzy Fame.
Okay.
Do you guys sometimes get homesick while on tour?
You first.
No. I wish I did. You know what it is? I remember enough now that I miss going home. That as soon as I go home, like, oh, I remember why I don't want to be here. And it just has to do with, you know, real life stuff like mail and my niece crying into my ear when I'm trying to get work done. And just a lot of curveballs. There's not a lot of structure there as much. I don't like go places. Let's try to work in my dining room. Mm-hmm. There are obviously wonderful things, especially the food at home. But I love traveling.
I agree. I don't really get that homesick either, especially because I've learned that home is people, not places. So when you're traveling with people that you're so familiar with, they feel like home. It's not really like the room I need to be in or the house I need to be in to feel like home. So yeah, someone asked me, Team Super India, Arushi asked, what is one thing Humble the Poet just cannot stand? I can guarantee you I'll get this question right. Humble cannot stand being hungry. Is that not correct?
I cannot stand.
He gets hangry. He is so grumpy when he's hungry. This is the time we fought.
Only time I'm grumpy.
Yeah, he's not a grumpy person. He's so jolly. But the one time he's ever grumpy is if he's hungry. You instantly have to buy him an O. Henry.
And if you don't know what O. Henry is, it's like a chocolate. It's like, think of I don't know what American is, but it's just a chocolate bar with peanuts. It's just very heavy.
It fills you up.
Yeah, I don't do well on an empty stomach as a human being in general.
Okay, next question. Wait. Okay, let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Man, this is tough. Ooh, do you guys ever get sick of each other on tour? Asks Ellie.
I think the way the tour is set up is designed for us not to get sick. We have our own rooms, and we have our own. Literally, you're sleeping in traffic. So I don't think it's designed for that. I think if we all had to like when we did LA, we all lived in one big house.
Yep.
I can see that causing more issues and trouble. So I believe everybody, friends, family, relationships, girlfriend, boyfriend, everybody, maybe except for your puppy, in small doses. The less you see somebody, I think seeing somebody less, I don't think it will hurt the relationship as much as seeing them too much. I was just reading an article yesterday about a girl saying how she saved her relationship with her boyfriend by him moving out. They used to live together, and she goes, now that he moved somewhere else, she goes, they have a healthier relationship, and now she gets to dress up to go see him. They have, you know, they're never.
I just want to look good for
yeah.
you. Good for you.
Spending too much time with anybody or anything can make you lose your appreciation for them.
But to answer your question, I haven't really. I think, yeah, we have little moments where I'm like, okay, you're being really annoying right now. But I feel like we get over things pretty quickly.
And we know each other. We know when not to get on each other's nerves.
Yeah.
And when not.
Exactly. Sweet.
What would you say to someone who wants to go to the show but can't? That's from Ben_Jammin_JC.
That's a great question. I would first want to know why they can't, but I would say I think my show is good enough for you to change your plans.
Yeah, and again, like when I was in high school, you know, being in Toronto back then, Toronto wasn't as popular of a city. We didn't have Drake. We didn't have anything. So a lot of stuff wasn't coming to the city of Toronto. Either you make the effort to go to another city to figure it out if that's possible. But if you live in, let's say you live in like Lebanon and the tour isn't coming there for now, I mean, enjoy the documentary. And
that's what the documentary is for.
Yeah.
The documentary will be available for everyone.
And the way she's working is she's going to be on tour until she's 80. So when you get in a position where you can afford a plane ticket, and then she'll be probably doing one of those world tours eventually where it'll literally be every city in every country on the planet, plus back-to-back shows on the moon.
And I will say, so many times I get messages from people like, oh my God, I can't come to a show, it's an hour away. And in the nicest way, like some of my friends live an hour away and I see them all the time. I'm traveling the world. I've probably taken a 10-hour flight to get to you. So if you gotta drive for an hour.
The reality is if you want to come to the show, you'll be there.
Ooh.
We've met some people
that have come from like across the world to my shows.
Who are very persistent and got their way. So
what is one thing that annoys you about each other? I already have my answer.
What's your answer?
Humble moves so slow. Doesn't matter what the situation is. If we're not in a rush, he just moves so slow. He's the king of dilly dally. We'll say if we have to leave the room right now, I will literally get up and walk out of the door. He will get up and he'll be like, he'll check his pockets. He'll look around. He'll just stand there. He'll check his phone. He'll like spin in a circle 4 times and then he'll leave the room. Even right now, look how he's answering. He's taking so long.
No, I'm not taking. I'm waiting for you to finish.
I'm done.
I don't enjoy Lily's love affair with her phone.
My phone?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
There's just times that because when you're on your phone, you're zoned into your phone. I've seen you miss unicorn countdowns because of your phone.
Once.
I've seen. Then you get mad at other people.
But I'm doing work.
The double standard of her relationship with her phone versus other people on their phone. It's just that. And the phone anxiety thing, the messages, all of that. It doesn't affect me as much anymore, obviously, because you're down the hall and banging on your door. But I'm a big believer in like if too many people are hitting you up on your phone, change your phone number.
I can't change my phone number.
Oh, you can change your phone number.
Come down.
What did The Rock say to you about?
His name is Dwayne.
What did Dwayne say to you about his phone number?
Yeah, okay. He said I have too many phone numbers. It's fine.
See? He's got multiple phones. That's what.
No, he doesn't have multiple phones.
He said you have too many phone numbers?
Yeah, he said I have too many phone numbers.
You do have too many phone numbers. That's another issue.
Let's tell them how to win another shout out. I will tell you that to win the next shout out, you have to have downloaded my Unicorn Island app. Like I told you earlier, the link is in the description. It's completely free for Android and iPhone. It is, just search Unicorn Island in the app. I'll show you what it looks like right now. It's a pretty dope app, if I may say so myself. And it looks like this. See my S, my Super S, Unicorn Island, with all those notifications I get. Grab that. I'll give you 2 minutes to do that, and then we will pick someone to give a shout out to.
Okay, and while we do that, Uraldi _YD __ said, what is the prettiest city you visited during tour.
Prettiest place. Let's go with prettiest place.
Prettiest place.
Singapore is one of my favorites, obviously. Dubai is extremely pretty. I still think there's something I love about Singapore, the way Singapore looks.
Singapore is a really good looking city. Dubai is, but Dubai feels a little bit forced. Like it's a desert and they're just forcing a city there, but it's a really good looking city. I'm excited to go back to Chicago. That's probably the only city I'll admit that looks better than Toronto in North America.
Really?
Yes. I don't know any other city.
Speaking of Chicago, meet and greet tickets to my Chicago show are completely sold out. Our next shows include tomorrow, Kansas City. There's still VIP tickets. VIP tickets mean you can meet and greet me. So tomorrow, Kansas City, Missouri, Uptown Theater, VIP package is still available. Chicago's on July 16th. VIP sold up, but general admission still available. Vancouver, BC, July 18th. July 19th, Seattle. July 21st, San Francisco. July 22nd, Anaheim, California.
You know what would be hilarious?
What?
On July 20th, if we were in San Francisco, if we just put you in Alcatraz to see if you could escape The Rock. They call it The Rock.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Why would I want to escape them?
There's a movie called The Rock. It's about Alcatraz.
It should be about doing. That's stupid.
It came out before he was even arrested.
Whatever. God.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, what are we doing in San Francisco? What's the number one?
We're going to find the Full House and roll down the hill and be like, everywhere we go, is a place.
So if the show starts late, you know why.
Yeah, we're rolling down the hill.
You know where to find us.
Okay, would you rather be Paramjeet or Manjeet for one day? Woo!
Manjeet.
I think Manjeet. Paramjeet's kind of mean.
The things I've seen Manjeet do to the ladies just by looking at them. It's
Arushi asked again, if you keep me staying on the tour, who keeps you staying on the tour?
Dad.
Dad.
We have an amazing tour manager, David, the serial killer Miller. We call him Dad, and he is just on the ball, and he's everything. Again, we both travel so much, we have to do it all by ourselves, and he just makes things so much lighter for us. And he has really good energy.
Yeah. I will ask this one question because people keep asking me this. People keep asking, why did your vlog randomly cut off a few days ago? There is no reason as to why that happened. There's no secret message that was cut off. It wasn't because I broke down and cried, it cut off. No, it was an editing error. It cut off. It didn't save properly, but it was already uploaded and so many people watched it that I didn't take it down. And when I watched the original file, I only talked for 10 more seconds before the vlog ended.
And they know who edits your vlogs.
Jazz edits my vlogs. Yeah.
Watch her last vlog about getting to know Humble the Poet. I think she did it again. I was wondering, is she being artsy?
On hers?
Yeah. So remember when you were having, at the end, I was recording you making fun of her for being frazzled?
Yeah. So is that her vlog?
That's her vlog.
Oh.
And same thing, you're there making fun of her doing it, and it just cuts. And I'm just like...
Yeah, I said something's wrong with her program that she edits on or something.
I thought she was being artsy.
No.
She just and stop. Movies do that sometimes.
Okay, I am going on my Unicorn Island app, and I am posting a picture of Humble and I. Comment under that picture, and I will pick one of you to give a shout out to.
I shall do
Capiche?
the same. I have the app downloaded.
Oh, are you gonna do two? So are we giving two shout outs?
Okay, you do it, and then
Okay, cool.
I'll do something later.
Okay, cool. All right, get in here. All right, picture is getting posted. I'm gonna write comment below for a shout out on my live stream. Go.
The one thing I like about Facebook in these situations is people can vote on the questions. So that way nobody has to spam anybody. You do the question. If a lot of people want to see it or hear it, then it gets a lot of thumbs up.
Do you like it? Okay. So let's go. Questions. Ooh, who is your favorite dancer? Ooh, that's a tough one. I know who you're gonna say.
No, but that's like favorite person or favorite who I think is the best dancer. We talked about these guys are really good.
Dance ability wise.
Maybe Kiana.
Kiana?
Kiana just makes me.
I think it's gonna be Kiana for me as well. I think Kiana is extremely versatile, talented. I remember watching her audition and being like, holy crap. And I went home and showed it to him.
Yeah.
I showed him right away. I was like, this girl was amazing. She is extremely talented.
However, we had a party once, and then dancers went head-to-head against each other. And then Kiana went against Paulo, and Paulo creamed her. And
really?
Oshani went up against Pyro, and then Pyro. Because Pyro's like an OG.
There's different talents.
That's the
He's
thing,
a freestyler, yeah.
And he's like a legend in Toronto. Like Lilly got some really good dancers, and then Paulo's like this young and up and coming legend, and he works with the people that work with like Usher and Justin Timberlake. These people are awesome.
Can you go to my app and see the posted?
So I literally just sit there and watch them all dance. But the thing with Kiana is she can do so many different styles.
Yeah.
Props to everybody for learning how to do this.
Yeah, all of them are really, really talented though. Okay, we're answering questions on Twitter. Use the hashtag Lilly Singh Tour. Ask us questions. We will answer. I feel like my phone was also not working. That's why I was like, did it post? Did my picture post? Can you guys tell me? It says it's been uploaded.
Can you guys message to see if you guys are seeing it?
Yeah, can you tweet me letting me know if you see the picture in the app? Because hotel Wi-Fi. It's a hard knock.
But also Mickey's a star. I honestly believe like if Lilly like broke her foot and you had to put somebody in her place, we could just put Mickey. And then after Lilly got better, Mickey can just have his own tour on the side. Like these guys are gonna be stars. It's gonna be very exciting. And some of them are very young. It's gonna be exciting to see what they do in the next 10 years.
Someone asked, do I meet everyone who has VIP tickets? Yes, if you buy a VIP ticket, that means you get a meet and greet with me. I do. That's what a VIP ticket means. So if you want to grab it, lillysingtour.com is where you gotta go. What was your favorite thing about Manchester? Okay, anyone who watches my vlogs knows something about the Manchester show was magical for me. It was just magical. The audience was so invested into the performance, and I honestly felt like I was performing for a room full of like 1,000 of my friends. It was magical.
Yeah, Manchester was, and I think the type of venue was cool too, because we performed in a lot of theaters, and Manchester was more so like in a rock concert venue, like an open space in the stage, and then you put chairs in there. So I think that has a lot to do with the type of energy you have. Because there's a lot of people in London, and they gave amazing energy, but the way that theater was set up, because there's like 5 rows of people, you couldn't center that energy. Versus Manchester, where everyone's on the same level, just staring at you, giving you that energy. Is amazing.
Is it working for you yet?
Nope.
It's not working for me. Oh, nope, I got it. Cool. Amazing. Okay, so you're commenting under this picture in my app for a shout out, the one of Humble and I. And I'll let that simmer for like 5 minutes. Regan asks, did you ever have a tough crowd and in which place? What do you think was the toughest crowd?
Toughest crowd?
Yeah.
Toughest setup was Adelaide.
The stage in Adelaide was super small. It didn't have any side stage entrances. It was very, very tough.
Toughest crowd and First Dubai maybe?
First Dubai show? Tough because hard to control.
Hard to control. That venue wasn't designed for it. It was just a lot of the setup of it was not working in our favor. Yeah, and then again, the other thing too is a lot of the jokes when they're written, like we're from North America. We what's popular to us might not be popular everywhere else in the world.
Yeah,
just trying to figure that out. What connects to people, what doesn't. And some of the other places, even if they didn't get the jokes, they were just so excited they were just making noise. So I think Dubai was probably the first one. But what that does is, if there's ever a show that's not ideal, you guarantee the next show is going to be amazing. That's how things end up working.
Yeah. More questions?
Lilly, have any of you messed up on stage yet?
Oh yeah. I mess up all the time. Sometimes I forget my jokes. Sometimes I forget a little bit of choreo. We've had costume change malfunctions. Kiana almost broke her nose. She fell on stage once.
You'll see that in the dog.
Yeah. She almost broke her nose once. Banners haven't fallen properly. Mess ups have happened with videos. There's been a lot of things, and you just roll with the punches and make it happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes I make a joke about it on stage. Like once I think the sound stopped working, and I was like, "Y'all so loud, you broke the sound system." So you just gotta roll with the punches. Let's see.
Here's a good one from
Okay.
Jordan,
Okay.
and her handle is Lilly_slays.
Mm-hmm.
What is the most important thing you've both come to realize while on tour?
You go first.
I think traveling, going to different places, meeting different random people, as well as being on tour with 14 people who are all different ages, different places in life, it reinforced I have to pay attention to my priorities and pay attention to other people's priorities. So when you're in a different country, understand that that country might have different priorities. They value different things. You have to respect that. You know, when we're in America, we can get away with pretty much saying anything about anybody. We're not worried. You can make an Obama joke. No one's going to say anything. You can make fun of America. No one's going to say anything. That's not the case everywhere else. And remembering other people's priorities, if that'll make things easier. And we've had close calls where we thought things were just light and funny, but they might have crossed the line. As well as working with people, just realizing like this person is only here because, you know, this is their first experience ever. They don't see things the way I see things. I'm just trying to get to know them, and I think that's very important. And I'm learning so much from everybody. You can learn from everybody you meet, and I think that's what I'm just trying to do. I'm just trying to soak in as much as I can.
What was it? What did you learn on the tour?
What is the most important thing you come to realize?
Truly, I know this sounds very cliche, but truly, I realized that everything you truly want in life will never be easy to get. It will never be. Whether it's a relationship with a friend, whether it's a sold out show, whether it's a costume to look at, everything you want requires work. There is no secret. There is no shortcut to that. That's just what it is.
Can I add a quote?
Of course.
Success will give you what you want. Struggle will give you what you need.
This point is the official symbol, Lilly and Humble symbol of like, that was good.
That was good.
That's good. All right, we'll let the app go for about 1 more minute and we'll keep answering questions. We're only here for 22 more minutes. Oh my God. Okay. What does le mean? The fact that you got to ask that is a le. That's a le.
That's the le right there.
We say it in the song. You got to sing le, you ridiculous as hell.
When something's just ridiculous,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's nothing you can say in words to say le.
Mm-hmm.
That's so ridiculous.
Here's a question that's perfect for Humble. Oh, I can't answer it. You use red hashtag.
Ooh.
Lilly Singh tour. Lilly Singh tour. Have I ever had a clothing malfunction on stage? Yes. Yes, I have. We've all had many clothing malfunctions. One time I was doing my quick change, and they couldn't find my top. So I had to wear a random tank top. Like my top was missing when I was changing. Other times, like my costumes gotten stuck on things. It happens. Have you ever had a costume? No, I guess you don't really.
Well, I wear a white T-shirt. This is some of the bullet on it, and then one of the dancers hugged me and got makeup all over it. And then we tried to use makeup remover to wipe it off, and it just started looking like blood. So, yeah, that was a bad one. And then once the lady who irons the clothes ironed the whole logo and messed the whole shirt up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, I am picking a winner from this thing right now. It is refreshing. All right, do you mind writing this one?
Yeah.
It's gonna be that right there.
Those 3 letters?
Yes. So now you know if your name is 3 letters. It could be you. While Humble writes that, I am going to give away one more shout out. It'll be on Instagram. If you have Instagram, open it up. And I'm going to answer some more questions while Humble scratches this out. Okay, what do we see? If you could dye your hair any color, what would it be? I've never dyed my hair in my life, but I really want pink hair. I probably will never have the guts to do it, but I really want pink hair. If you had to dye your beard any color, what would it be?
Well, after seeing Oshani, I want to do blue.
Blue? Oshani's hair is pretty bomb. Her hair is so bomb. Well, that's really good. Humble's killing it.
I used to be a teacher, right?
Yo, Humble used to be a teacher. Did you know this? What grade did you teach?
I used to teach. I taught grade 4, but then grade 3 and grade 5.
Like, what classes?
You teach them everything. Everything except for music.
Everything except music. That's ironic.
Yeah. When music was the worst, I sit there watching and learning. Oh, that's horrible.
Okay, what else we got? Have you ever changed the show during the last minute? Ooh, that's a good question.
They tried.
For what?
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Chase wanted to switch up the Anaconda in Dubai.
He did?
Like, you know, having the guys in Anaconda.
Oh.
He wants to surprise.
We have changed things time and time again. Like, not before the girls used to do Anaconda with Manjeet, now the guys do it. So we have done some changes, and we do change the finale song for each country. And the intro video changed for each country as well. So I've tried to make it specific to each.
And she does change some of the jokes.
Yeah, I changed some of the jokes as well.
Like, if the audience is not going to understand a Bollywood reference,
yeah,
then...
Like, I really genuinely try my best to make it cater to each audience as best as I can.
I want to introduce some Kansas City jokes today. We'll
Tomorrow. Our show's tomorrow. I was like, what?
That's the other thing. I remember that's one thing Dave said to us before the tour began. He goes, you're not going to know what day of the week it is. You're not going to know what calendar day it is. Because you're going to lose all concept of understanding that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely true. Space and time no longer. We don't know where you are. We don't know what time it is. It's all lost.
Isha asks, has anyone from the crew cried on stage during after the show? Yes. Jazz has cried. I think she's cried multiple times. I think Anoshni's cried. I think Chase got teary-eyed.
I know. You've made a lot of the dancers cry. Because the thing is, when everything that she does when she's just talking on the mic, like the comedy, there's a monologue, there's a motivational set. When we were rehearsing for 2 weeks, she never did it in front of us. So it'd be like, dance, okay, in the next 15 minutes, Lily's going to do her jokes. But she would just be like, okay, and let's move on. So we never heard any of it. So I think when she did her motivational stuff the first time, a lot of the dancers were on the side of the stage getting ready to come out, and they were just hearing this stuff like, and they're wiping their eyes and trying to get everything ready. Because we saw the show the first day the show was done in Mumbai. Yeah.
That's the only time they ever saw it or heard my jokes, or because I refused to do it during rehearsal. Why? Because I knew that a lot of that would come from me being in front of my fans, coming from the heart. And I was like, I'm not rehearsing this. So no, it's genuine every single time. All right, I think we're good with this shout out. The person who won this shout out, your name is Maya. Thank you so much for downloading my app. We're going to give you a huge shout out. There you go. If you missed it, you can pause, rewind, screenshot after this live stream is done, which will be in 17 minutes. In 2 minutes, I'll tell you how to win the absolute last shout out. And it'll be on Instagram. So grab your Instagram. In the meantime, don't forget to go to lillysingtour.com to get tickets for my show featuring the wonderful Humble Poet. We are touring across North America. The places one more time are tomorrow, Kansas City, on the 16th, Chicago, on the 18th, Vancouver, BC, on the 19th, Seattle, on the 21st, San Francisco, on the 22nd, Anaheim. These are all the shows that are confirmed for this leg. So there may not be a show after the 22nd. So you need to now find the city closest to you and not wait for me to announce your city, because that's the situation right now. Yeah. Also, don't forget to follow us on Snapchat. I am at Superwoman, and he's
at Humble the Poet. What's the question?
Incorrect. Snapchat is?
Oh, Humble P. Humble P.
Yes, we have stepped up our Snapchat game so freaking much, and I may say so myself. So yeah. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do to win the last shout out of this month's Ask Superwoman Live. We are gonna pose. You're gonna take a picture with us somehow. Okay? Post it using.
Oh, this is where we have a gap.
Yeah, exactly. Use the hashtag. What hashtag should they use?
Lilly Sing Tour.
Lilly Sing Tour. Someone's at our door. Go answer the door. We have a surprise guest today. You're gonna use the hashtag. Use the hashtag Lilly Sing Tour. Tag myself. Tag Humble the Poet. So you're gonna do 4 things. Sorry. Take a picture. Hashtag Lilly Sing Tour. Spell my name right. Tag at Superwoman and tag at Humble the Poet. We have a special guest here. Her name is Anisha.
Food delivery.
Food delivery. Yay! You got Panera Bread? Yeah. I'm so excited.
Shall we divulge?
Yes, we're going to be done in 15 minutes, and then we can divulge.
No,
but
we already ate. Don't worry.
Wait, have you guys eaten
Yeah,
already?
we ate there. 'Cause we
Okay.
got soups and stuff. So
Okay,
we
cool.
wanted-
Sounds good.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. The
Cool.
receipt is in there.
You
Kiana
paid for
paid.
it. Kiana
Yeah.
paid? Okay, got it.
So,
Sweet.
no problem.
Thanks, Anisha.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so we're gonna take a picture. We're gonna pose. You're gonna take a picture. Selfie. You probably have to turn backwards, like somehow do it. Hashtag listening tour. Tag Humble the Poet. Tag Superwoman. Here we go. We gotta pose for a couple seconds. Here you go. Ready? Okay, so let's leave a gap here. No, the gap has to be here.
So they can't move themselves and give me.
No, so it's best to leave a gap like that and just like point, I guess. So they can put themselves. Okay.
That's how like is my screen frozen?
I'm kidding, huh?
There's Charlie. You guys.
My face is itchy. No.
Your audio is working, but I can't see you guys moving.
Okay, that was enough time. Post it. I'm gonna look on my Instagram right now. I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes, and we will give some shout outs and answer some more questions in the last couple of minutes. Thank you so much for joining us. I know there wasn't that much notice for this Ask Superwoman Live, but it's on the 14th of every single month, provided the Wi-Fi works. Chipotle or buttered popcorn?
Chipotle.
What would you watch during movies?
I could take Chipotle into a movie. No, Chipotle
Got it.
requires my attention.
Yeah, but the chips?
Yeah.
That's a hard question. I just kill myself.
The thing with butter popcorn is it tastes really good, but after you eat it, sometimes you're just like, that was an irresponsible decision. I don't really feel that with Chipotle.
Mia wants to know, how do you get your beard so soft?
I think positive thoughts. And
His beard posts pictures of my hair on Instagram with hashtag goals.
yeah. It's very soft today, actually. I just took a shower.
Oh yeah, it is very soft today.
I realize when I shower, it's nice.
When you shower then.
It's the
good.
problem, though, but I get into that situation where sometimes it'll be like an hour before we're leaving for the show. Like, do I really need to shower or should I shower? Because we're just going to be jumping around, sweating on stage. So what's the point? It's like showering to go to the gym. I'm like, I'll just shower when I get back. Then you get back, like, I'm tired. You go to sleep and you wake up and it's the same thing. So now it's like I shower just to be warm to fall asleep now.
So someone asked, how excited are you for the Paper Towns movie? So for Humble's birthday, which was recently, my gift to him is I'm taking him to see a John Green panel and watch the premiere of the movie. And he gets to meet John Green because he's a huge John Green fan.
I'm a John Green fan, and I was a John Green fan. I didn't know he was the guy that wrote stuff called Crash Course, and he teaches, he educates you on history, science, literature, and I love it. I love learning new things. I remember, never stop learning. I love learning, and he does a really good job, an entertaining way of teaching the Crash Course. So I fell in love with this guy, and I used to quote him on Twitter, and people were like, "Oh my God, that's John Green who wrote all these books," and I didn't even know that. So yeah, I really want to pick his brain so I can make my next book even better, and that's why I'm excited to meet him. And this guy made it happen.
You know, I forgot that was a good birthday gift. We're all about experience over products.
Yeah, stuff. You know what happens when you have too much stuff? Luggage fees.
True.
Stop having stuff.
Just to give you let's talk about this real quick. This is gonna be some real talk. Real talk. You'll never hear an artist say this, but I'm gonna say it. I know my tickets to my show are probably more expensive than other tickets to other YouTubers' shows. I'm openly saying that. Based off my experience, it is probably more expensive. But I want you to know, I have 8 dancers with me. I have Humble with me. I have Jazz with me. I have a tour manager, a stage manager, and an AV tech that travel with us. It's like a group of 14 people, 15 people. We have production. We have giant animation. We have costume changes. I have not sacrificed any part of my vision, which is why the tour costs money to put on. I am well aware that the ticket can get a little bit pricey, but I want you to know that's solely because it's not because I'm trying to pocket extra money. It's because I did not sacrifice my vision. And when they told me to get 2 dancers or 4 dancers, I said, no, I need 8. My brain says 8. I need 8. So please know that, and the reason I thought of that is when you said luggage fees, some airports, because of all the stuff we take, we've had to pay up to $2,000 just in luggage fees to get from one place to another. That does not include the cars picking us up, the hotels we're staying at, the actual cost of the flight, the cost of the food for dancers, paying the dancers, paying the venue, paying security, paying permits, paying all these people. That's just luggage fees to get our suitcases on the plane.
If anybody's asking why are tickets so expensive, find somebody who went to the show and ask, was it worth it?
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, yeah, again, like I do when I do shows, when I was doing shows before this, I had cheap tickets because it was just me. You know what I mean? And buying my plane ticket is cheap, and pressing play on the music is cheap, and you're gonna get one thing. But when you have a 14-person show, it's gonna be more expensive, but it is 14 times better. And the one thing that I give her credit for is she is not money-minded. She is, I want the show to look like what's in my head. And trust me, even for anybody, even when you're at school working on a school assignment, getting something from here into the real world is extremely difficult. And she fought to make this happen. Because I remember hearing, no, I understand 6 dancers are cheaper than 8 dancers, but we're having 8 dancers. You know what I mean? And I don't, even I was thinking, I'm like, what's the difference? 3 on each side, 4 on each side. Now that I see the show, it all makes sense.
And please know, the hardest decision in that realm of thought was bringing this guy, because he was never part of the tour. And what had happened was there was a miscommunication where someone told me, no, he's budgeted in there. So I'm like, great. I wrote him into the show, put my hopes and dreams into him coming on the show. And then I was told, oh, that was a miscommunication. He was actually never budgeted in. So now I had a whole show written with Humble as part of it. And my vision now included Humble. And I was told, hey, for Humble to come on stage for these whatever 9-10 minutes he's on stage, it's going to cost this many thousands of dollars. You make the decision of if you want him to come. And I took a whole day. I made a list, pros and cons, or whatever.
Did you really do all this?
I did.
I didn't know this.
Really
I'm
did.
hearing this for the first time.
I made a list of pros and cons. I'm like, why he should come, why he shouldn't come. If it doesn't, I was ready to say no. I was like, no, it doesn't make sense. But I was like, you know what? But now he's in the show in my brain, and he has to come. So just know that when you buy a ticket to my show, I feel like one of the best decisions I made on this tour was to bring this guy. And it has only a little bit to do with the fact that him being on stage is my favorite part of the show. Like, I have the most fun when we're on stage together. It has everything to do with the fact that, and this is going to get deep and sentimental, in every moment of this tour that I have felt so lonely and isolated, the only person on this entire tour who has ever helped me feel less lonely is this guy right here. The only person on this entire tour.
She's so sweet.
It's true.
Thing.
It's because he has a gift of understanding what I'm going through. It's not about saying what needs to be said as a friend. Like I said, it's about understanding that what the goal is. He knows how important this tour is to me. And so he doesn't just say things, he does things to show that. And
back to the point about the ticket price, yes. I'm going to say this right now. It's going to be recorded. Bring your parents to the show. Mm-hmm. If your parents thought it was a waste of money, just tell them, ask them to come see me and tell me to my face, your parents have to tell me it was a waste of money, and I'll buy the ticket back from them.
Ooh. I will
your parents,
say,
not you little scammers trying to get your free ticket. I want to hear your dad say, I paid this much money for this show. I'm not talking about no meet and greet VIP stuff. I'm not there for all that. I don't know how that stuff works, because I'm sure that could be very difficult. You know, mm-hmm. People think that they deserve an hour of your time for buying a VIP ticket. I'm talking about the show. I'm there for the show. I'm watching the show. My biggest beef with the show is that enough people don't know about it. Even though all the tickets are selling out, I just feel like you can be a diehard Superwoman fan and not understand what you're about to watch. You can watch every video that Superwoman's ever made and not understand what you're about to watch. This show is amazing. It is. I got to see Kendrick Lamar before he got big do a show, and it wasn't that good. I've seen Kanye West do his last show in a stadium with high production value. Lilly's is better. I'm not lying. Because Lilly said, because the big difference between Kanye and Lilly, Kanye is really good at motivational stuff, but he really doesn't care if he's talking for 45 minutes. Lilly has things timed out. She gets to the point, and she moves on. I don't want to say emotional roller coaster. I don't like that term, but there's a really famous comedian called Louis C.K. and he talks about this. I was gonna make a whole video about this, but I'll do it anyways. It's good to feel things, and you have a whole bunch of emotions. Some of them are happy, some of them are sad. You're going to feel this show. This show is going to make you feel a whole bunch of different things. Not just about what you see, not about what you hear, but what you feel when you watch this show. And I don't know how she did it or when she did it. So I hang out with her all the time. I don't know when she was building this, how long she's been building this, but she hits so many emotions on this show. It is ridiculous. She did it so well. She said all the right words. She's not going over time, any of it. And I feel bad saying I'm so impressed because that insinuates that I had low expectations. But this is brilliant. She put together a brilliant show. And if you have the opportunity to come and you choose not to come and you rather waste $50 or $30 or $20 or wherever your ticket price is on something else, you don't get it. Is this worth the money? Yes. This is worth the money. This will impact you. Find somebody who went. If you went to the show, tweet about it. Seriously, why are you not tweeting about it more? If your parents went to the show, I've met so many parents. That mom,
We should
tell them
do a
about that mom.
challenge where parents who come to the show, kids record their parents saying what the show was.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna do this right after the live stream. That's a great idea. Basically, I know we're going over time. That's okay. I'm sure you don't mind. Basically, the best part of the show. By the way, that was wonderful. Thank you.
No, but I mean it.
The
It
best-
bothers me. And can you not see that I really mean this? And again, part of it is Lily's fault. The average Superwoman fan cannot predict what the show is because she's doing something completely different. And it's not it's not even her even when she told me about the tour, she's like, it's gonna be something like that. And I'm like, no, this is not Lily in her room and you guys are the camera. You are getting to see, and I kid you not, and I'm a little bit older than Lily, and I have two sisters. My sisters never had a female that they could look up to. They don't exist. It's ridiculous. Like every female, you can look up to Beyonce, but she always tries to be perfect. You know, even Nicki Minaj tries to be perfect. All these Madonnas, they always try. This is the realest thing you're ever gonna see, and she does it so well. And even in moments where I thought, because there are things that I think are kind of, geeky and nerdy, in the show, perfect. I don't want to give stuff away, but even when she motivates you, she doesn't sell you dreams. She's showing you bring your parents, and we met that one mother who said,
I'll tell the story. Yeah.
Tell the story. Go
There's
for it.
been so many moments where the most validating moments for me have been with parents. Now, I understand. I get it. Being a parent today is probably so scary. There's so many ways your kids can be influenced. Things on the internet, things on TV. I get it. I understand when parents come to the show. I always ask them, like, so were you forced here? Like, did you get forced to be here? And the best moments have always been when a parent comes up to me, often sobbing, like crying their eyes out, being like, your show is everything my daughter needed to hear or my son needed to hear. And some of the best sentences I've heard were, this gets my seal of approval. I'm going to tell every other mom I know about the show. The best one was during a meet and greet just the other day. There was a mom whose daughter was, meet and greeting with, and then, Mom, do you want to take a picture too? And she was kind of like, no, it's cool, whatever. And she kind of like shrugged it off as like, it's like a kid thing, whatever. I don't need to take a picture with her. After the show, she begged to come. Hey, Mom came to me. She's like, hey, I just want to let you know that I passed up a picture and I begged to come backstage. Thank you so much after watching your show. She's like, can I please have a picture with you? Because your show literally just changed my life. And I was like, woo!
Right?
Yeah, that was.
Tell them about the Boston mom.
Okay, so the Boston mom, there was a mom came to the meeting. Her daughter was crying, and the mom came up to me. Her mom bawling her eyes out, and she's like, I'm going to tell you the truth. When my daughter started watching your videos, I forbidded her. Is that a word? Forbidden her. She wasn't allowed to watch videos. She's like, you're not allowed to watch Superwoman videos. And she wasn't allowed. eventually the mom sat down and was with her daughter because her daughter like started crying. And she's like, after an hour of watching your videos, I got it. Like, I understood. I knew horribly from the beginning. I judged you incorrectly. I just assumed you were a horrible influence on the backwards hat or whatever it is that you do. She's like, after watching your videos, I have seen my daughter transform into a more confident person who loves herself, who is just wealthy, way more social, way more outspoken. She said some really powerful words. She said, I want to let you know that you've been more of a parent to my daughter than I have. And you were the only person that was. So if anything, like, you have raised my daughter, and I can only hope she dresses like you. I hope every quality you have, she somehow picks it up. And I was like,
This is all happening in 2 hours.
and that was an Indian emphasizing that is because the way our community is, for a parent to say, you were there for my daughter more than me, that's not something Indian parents admit. That is not something Indian parents admit at all.
They don't. I had friends. When we were in Australia, I had friends that were going. I got them free tickets to the show. They were coming to see me. They had no idea. Humble was working with this really popular person on YouTube. He's part of the end of the show. They came back and like, wow, that show was amazing. We didn't know any of her videos. We regret not bringing our 3-year-old daughter. We think she would have sold. And we regret not bringing her. And I'm no idea what they just came to see me because they haven't seen me in a couple of years. I mean, and this is continually happening. And it bothers me that I am not allowed to show. Because I need to, I don't want to, I can see it from the side, but it's so much different in the front. If you are in any of these cities, if you are even 3, 4, if you're, you better come to the city. You either come to San Francisco. People in California love to drive. You guys are used to being in your car for 6 hours. You better be there. But Seattle, Vancouver, Kansas City, seriously, feel bad about yourself if you're choosing not to watch this show. I'm not even kidding. That's literally like your family orders pizza and drives $30 on literally just making a tele sandwich and buy a ticket to this show because it's worth it. And I'm serious. This is bothering me. And trust me, I'm not upset with her. I'm upset with the people who are in charge of spreading the word, who are in charge of advertising the show. This needs to get out there, and it also needs to let other people who are doing this show understand that this is the new standard. This is what shows are supposed to look like. It's wonderful. It's brilliant. She's been telling me this since we were working on Let. I'm going on a world tour. I'm going on a world tour. When Let came out, everybody wanted us to perform this. I was like, yeah. She's like, nope. I'm going there for my world tour. Can't perform there. Nope. I'm going there for my world tour. We can't perform there yet. Can't perform there. I'm like, what is this world tour about? And now I've seen it, and I am a believer, and I do apologize if that means I had lower expectations. She just knocks it out of the park. And I'm being completely, look at my eyes, I'm being
Humble,
I'm serious.
schmumble.
And how she can top this. She's going to. I don't know how. It's going to be very she does to top this. However, I do feel like she should be doing this tour at least for another 12 months. Y'all need to figure out how, and that requires you guys to make that happen. So if you live in Berlin, Germany, stop tweeting her come to Berlin. Get people in Berlin saying if she comes, we already got 300 people buying tickets. And then she comes to Berlin. Because the thing is, this show is a very expensive tour because she made it so elaborate. So we need to have a lot of people have to show up to make sure that nobody goes broke sharing this show. So
I will openly tell you, this is me being real. Me, Lily, I will lose money on this tour. I will not make $1 from this tour. I will lose money because every time I've been faced with a decision where it's like, hey, there's been many cities I've gone to where I was told if you go to the city, you will lose money. And I've been like, flights, I'm going to that city. Because I told myself this tour was not about making money. It was about building my brand and raising show to people and setting the standard. So please know I can give you a list of places that I've gone where I knew right from like, But that's enough of the tour. Come see it. We are gonna pick an Instagram. Picking someone. There's so many good ones. I actually really like this one.
Are you on Wi-Fi?
On the Wi-Fi, but let's write that name. Right here, because I like the expression on the face. A little rant, but we're passionate about these things. I think it's a great idea. I think we should get people to send in videos of what was on the show.
Yeah.
I like this. And while humbly with the last shout out, I will say, yo, thank you so much for your patience. I promised myself during the North American Live tour I would not miss any more videos, and I haven't. So I'm very happy about that. Humble also releases videos every
Wednesday and Saturday.
Wednesday and Saturday. Humble poet, and I've never met someone in my life that has as great as the work ethic as me, but his videos are on point and on time and just really good as well.
When we hit the 100,000 goal, it motivates me to work, and I'm excited. And even just hanging out with her yesterday, I came up with 5 video ideas. So I have videos coming, and then plus I get to borrow her camera. She's down the hall.
Yeah, you guys to borrow my camera down the hall. I'm all for that. Yeah, but thank you so much for joining us on another Ask Superwoman. I'm gonna give away the shout out. Then what are we gonna do? We haven't slept, but I'm not sleepy now.
You can ask more questions because it's gonna take a second.
Okay, it's gonna take a second. We'll do some more
Y'all
questions.
picked a long name.
Picked a long name. My bad, yo, my bad. And it's good that we're leaving soon because the Wi-Fi is at its pinnacle of working right now.
Yeah,
I mean, it's dying hardcore. Okay, someone just tweeted me saying, I wanted meet and greet tickets for San Francisco for my birthday, but they're sold out. That is incorrect. San Francisco tickets are not sold out. I'm looking at the website right now. www.lilysingtour.com. Click VIP packages. That is not sold out. The only VIP that is sold out is Chicago. So try again. What do you think about America legalizing gay marriage? I think it's about understand why the whole world hasn't legalized. That's even still a problem, to be honest. Any progression is great progression. I'm ecstatic about it. I think all of my friends are gay, and I love them all dearly.
However, if you're gay, it's okay to love somebody and not to get married.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because marriage is a very expensive decision. So, yay for equal rights, equal for marriage.
Yeah, I still don't like marriage.
Yeah, it's still like that's how I look at it. I think the banquet halls and the wedding planners win more than the gay people in this situation. So you don't have to have a party just to tell somebody you love them. You don't have to get the government involved to tell somebody you love them.
Mia asked, what was the loudest place that you've gone to? I truly believe Dubai was the loudest audience. I believe I went deaf in Dubai. I agree.
Dubai?
Yeah.
The show, they were extremely loud. Hong Kong.
Washington was really loud too.
Yeah, Hong Kong, I remember me and Jazz, because we helped set everything up when she jumps on stage. When she jumped on stage and they saw her, me and Jazz ran away into the backstage because our ears hurt so much.
True.
So I kind of messed this up a little bit, but
it's all good.
I actually
A for effort.
really messed it up.
Did you really mess it up?
Well,
Why would you do that?
I remember that you.
Start again. Start again.
Can I just add another favorite letter?
No, start again. Okay, we're gonna read it because I almost spelled the name wrong. One question. You guys get some extra time today. Humble the poet, please don't meet your Oompa Loompa. Team Super Hong Kong.
Hong Kong gonna have a lot of Oompa Loompas. Do you guys even know what Oompa Loompa is? That's hilarious. I love teams. Even when I'm being not positive, you guys just flip it and make it positive. But
Someone just tweeted me saying, you're not coming to Puerto Rico, so I'll never watch your show, and I'm very sad about this. No, I never said you're never going to watch my show. Who knows, maybe I'll come to Puerto Rico one day. But not with that attitude. Gotta be positive. You want me to come to Puerto Rico? Find 300 other people that want me to come to
You're
Puerto
talking
Rico.
to somebody who just hung out with The Rock. You don't use words like "will never" in front of this person. How does that even make any sense? Stop being so realistic.
True. Humble's best advice after he heard my story yesterday was, and this is why you shouldn't do think.
That's one of my new videos. If you make realistic decisions, you're gonna get realistic outcomes. Make some extraordinary decisions so you can have extraordinary outcomes.
Ah?
That's what I'm saying.
Ah?
This is all.
Someone said best Ask Superwoman live ever. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Oh, wow.
I don't know. The one when you got tweeted by The Rock and you freaked out. You want to show them the Vine?
My Wi-Fi is really slow. But my first ever Vine is when I asked Superwoman live and Dwayne tweeted me and I basically broke.
You broke on live, on Superwoman live.
What was there as well?
I was just trying to enjoy the cupcake. And once she was looking.
All right. Okay. So many questions. Use hashtag Lilly Singh tour though.
I'm
If
looking
I'm
at
coming.
the tour. I'm just doing that.
Okay.
So I don't have to deal with those other people.
Oh, that's really smart. Someone asked if I'm coming to Texas. As of right now, no, but I'm trying really hard. If I go in the second or third floor to try, but right now, no. So
If you're from Austin, 666 Pizza on 666 6th Street is the best pizza I've ever had in my life. Wow.
true,
Austin, you got good pizza.
true. Favorite piece of merchandise. Ooh, pick my new cartoon shirts from the show. It's me doing the airplane pose, but on like cartoon vibe. I really like those. And I signed marker. It's so good on the print, so I really dig those. You can also get Humble's merch on my show. What can they get?
I got a Humble the Poet t-shirt. We brought that back for the show.
It's really dope. Everyone
Yeah.
loves it.
It's people wear. I love it. They stand out in the audience when we wear them, and then we point.
Someone asked, does VIP tickets for the listening tour count as the show tickets, or are they separate bundles? They're separate. So there's a VIP ticket to me, and there's a show ticket to the show. They're two separate things.
What do you mean? They have to buy?
Yes, so you can buy a VIP ticket and you can buy a regular ticket.
Can somebody just buy a VIP ticket now?
Yes, technically they can.
Oh, really? Oh, that's what he is in North America. That didn't
Yeah,
exist
yeah,
before. Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mac and cheese. I got you. I've eaten every mac and cheese I have received on this tour and been extremely happy about it.
Mac and cheese has always come in handy.
And buttery popcorn is a gift you can never go wrong with.
Because
Never.
it's dry, it's light,
hmm
and it comes in handy. Because all you need is hot water to eat it.
People say we're really starting to lag. So let's get. And okay, so the person with the last shout out is Just Me Venus. Your picture is adorable. I highly appreciate it. So we're gonna give you a huge shout out. There you go. If you missed it, you can pause, rewind over. It'll be available on my channel. Guys, thank you so much for joining on Ask Superwoman. I have an extra long one. Well, Humble the Poet as a positive thought. Before we do that, don't forget, I know we've been talking about it for so long. We just remind you, for.com to get tickets. The link is right there in the description. Follow us on Snapchat. I Superwoman.
Sorry, Humble P.
Humble P. We've been stepping up our Snapchat game. Make sure you download the Unicorn Island app. It's completely free for iPhone and Android. The links are also in the description. Let's end with a positive thought each. You first. Of course. Always.
You decide what you pay attention to, and nobody owns a crystal ball. So today we were having a couple playing, and today, when Lilly found out that we didn't have seats on our already used her magical powers into the future, and like, oh my god, no, I'm not gonna get a good seat, and you can already see the negativity just going. Did you get a bad seat?
No, I got a pretty good seat.
But this is the big thing. All your worries and your stresses only exist in the future. Stop making up a future. You don't know what's gonna happen. Just let's see how things play out, and then you don't even know what's gonna be a good thing or bad thing. You know, The Rock, when it comes to the show, you got a much better experience with him the next day. We don't get to predict the future. Let's stop doing it. And I'm not even saying be positive about the future. Just wait and see if it turns out to be bad. It takes some time to figure it out.
My positive thought is going to be, I think we are used to thinking that in life we are not in control and that we are helpless. And we just do our day and things happen. and we let them happen. I strongly disagree with in control of a lot of things that happen to us. Why? Because we're in control of how we react to things. Yes, I cannot control if Humble punches me in the face. But can I control how I react to Humble punching me in the face? Yes. That is a big part of how you live your life. You will never be able to control other people's life. They love will not. But changing your reaction and how you deal with things will define how you live your life. And so many times I find myself on set having a bad day, feeling sorry for myself, only to go home and realize that, hey, did I do anything to change that situation? Or did I just feel sorry for myself? Did I speak up? Did I make any changes? Did I make any requests? Did I really address the issues? Probably not, because I was too busy being like, oh my God, this day sucks. It's the worst day ever. And then the next day, you know what I did? I voiced all of my concerns that I had. Because you are actually in control of a lot of things that happen to you if you care enough to make changes that need to happen.
The one thing you can always control is your effort. Only you control your effort, no one else. So remember that.
And there you go. I hope that was somewhat inspiring for you. Thank you for joining us on Ask Superwoman Live. Provided I have Wi-Fi, which I should, next Ask Superwoman Live will be after the tour. It'll be on August 14th. 14th. So much. I hope you have a great, wonderful, inspirational, beautiful day with people you enjoy being around. Send you lots of hugs and kisses. You can sign off. There you go. One love, Superwoman. That is a wrap. And soup. Bye.